it's not uncommon to make an independent film, even a documentary, and have people tell you that you should get an agent and start trying to break into narratives, direct Hollywood movies, or perhaps episodic television. And so far, I haven't really had any interest in doing that. I won't lie, if someone were to offer me a job, I would take it. But I spent 15 years in Hollywood. I'm living on Vancouver Island now in Canada, and I'm quite happy there.
So making the film was for yourself. It was for your own healing. And at what point did this cathartic vision of making it, whatever you want to call it, then transfer over to becoming something that you wanted to actually share with the entire world and gain such popularity? I realize it hasn't screened in the States just yet, but at what point did it turn the corner and grow?
The fact is, I didn't know that this film would resonate on an emotional level until we first screened it at a film festival in June 2012. It took approximately 3 years to write and research this project, and it seemed that every other day I left my office thinking I'd written a Johnny Cash story, and then I'd leave thinking I wrote a personal story. And the fact is, I didn't think anybody would be interested in my story, in my family story, or the personal story. And indeed, it's a very difficult story to share with the world, probably especially if you're a guy. Having said that, it seems, and I don't know why this is, but there seems to be a built-in resentment on the part of audiences to first-person documentaries. We can write very personal autobiographies, memoirs, stage plays based on our own lives, but when it comes to first-person docs, there is that built-in resistance. And it took a long time for me to believe that I could tell the story in a way that wouldn't appear to be whining on my part or complaining.
Do you think that's why people are resistant to it? What do you think would be the reason that people are maybe offended or what have you? I was not offended by watching it, but I maybe...
Well, thank you. I made a point of not talking about my feelings in my narration. I used my narration to move the story forward with the expectation that the audience will always tell themselves a much better story about how you must feel based on what you show them cinematically. For whatever reason, audiences sort of face first-person stories with folded arms and scowls on their faces saying, you know, why should I spend 12 bucks and the next 2 hours of my life watching this guy deal with his problems on screen when he should be seeing a therapist? So it's a very delicate line to walk, and I walked that line, forgive the pun.